Okay, this is the task solution video. The solution is for the task given in the first video of this series, Teach Yourself Python Lists. So if you haven't seen that first video, look at the link in the description first. In this video, we're only going to look at the answer to the Teach Yourself task, which is how to add an element to a list. One of the tasks was to remove an element, but because that was covered in the previous video, I'll only present the solution to the one about adding in this video.
Two tasks. Number one, remove the word from these lists. And number two was add the words to these lists. Let's start with our add the necessary word. So my list, Max likes eating dogs, and we need to add hot dogs, because that's wrong. He doesn't like eating dogs. He likes eating hot dogs. Okay, so we have our list. How do we add a word there? Well, let's teach ourselves. I don't know. I can't remember. So we come into a search engine. Go Python. Skip that one. Append versus extend in Python lists. Adding. Here we go, adding. So adding elements to a list. Oh, this is interesting. One, append, extend, and insert. Okay. So it looks like we have three different methods that are related to each other. Okay, so let's come back and have a look at the Russian. Добавлять, расширять, вставлять. Ah, okay, I see. So some different techniques there.
Liste yöntemlerini ekle, genişlet ve ekle.
Okay. I'll pretend I understand it. Okay, so the first one is append. How can we append? Is it easy? Yes, wonderful. So that's our new list. Boom, throw it in there. And then what does it say? It says append y. So copy and paste. Had a student, programming student, he's now working in Microsoft in the US. Absolutely brilliant programmer, very high level. And I asked him once, what's your best piece of advice for someone who's learning programming? And he said the best piece of advice is to always try and change. He used the word tweak. Which does mean you take something and then change it to see what happens as a result. So in this one here, they're teaching us to append, whatever that is, y. Okay, but let's follow this student's advice, which I think is very excellent, obviously excellent advice from that type of person. Okay, so there's our list A. Here we're appending. Just again, if you can't remember what that means, let's put that in by itself. Eklemek, net, and fujia. Okay, so they're saying append y, but we're teaching ourselves Python, so we're going to append something different. Let's append Max is Nusha. There we go. We'll append Max is Nusha. Because that's the thing with programming, you can do anything. You tell the program to put Max is Nusha there, it will, if you do it correctly. Okay. Now, what do you think is going to happen? We're trying to append Max is Nusha. Where's it going to go? Let's have a look. Print A. Boom, Max is Nusha. So we can see there append, it means add, but it's adding at the end. If we have a look at my list, Max likes eating dogs, we want to add hot in there. We want to add hot. And that's going to go here before hot dogs. So we can't append. We can't use this. It's going to put it on the end. Okay. So let's come down. We've got the next one here, which is insert. Okay, this method inserts an item at a specified position. That's looking nice, just in case you don't understand.
指定的位置。
So this is exactly what we want. We want to put that in a specific position. We want hot dogs. Okay. So, here's the explanation. Press pause and read if you want to. I'm not going to, I'm just going to play. Okay, here we have it. Insert to 2. Okay, so A, coming back to it, this is our new A list. I'm going to insert 2, 2. So we've got some numbers. Okay, let's see what happens. Print A. Okay, so 1x2. So we had that 2, and now we've got a second 2. So let's play again. Let's just change the first one to a 3 and see, is it going to put a 3 in there or a 2 in there? Print A 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Okay, so there you have it. So it didn't put 3 in there. It didn't put 3 in there. So what does 3 mean? We'll try one more. Let's put a very big number. Insert 50. And then print A 2, 2, 2. Okay, 50 put the 2 at the end. Okay, so this is changing the position, and from this we can guess that the first number there specifies the position, says the position, and the second one says what to do. So let's see if we're correct. So we'll insert not a number, but we'll insert world hello instead of hello world. Okay, we're not going to do it at 50. Let's do it. Let's try and do it like, let's say, let's try and do it here. Insert it probably around about 4. So it's at 0. We start from 0, remember. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, print A. Yeah, there we go. We've inserted it there. Okay, so now we have our rule that if we want to put a word somewhere in the middle of a list, then we put it there. If we come back to my search, we'll just come back to my search, yes. Stack abuse, let's remember that. I don't know if you remember, but in my search I put Python add a word to a list. So maybe it would have been a better idea, to put add a word in the middle of a list. Okay, because we saw with that append, it puts it at the end, and we don't want that. So it's a good idea to think about what your specific idea is and put the specific idea in there. And if you know the language, for example here, we now know it's insert. So if we have a different problem with inserting, Python insert, 2 words. Maybe we want to insert 2 words, 2 separate words. So use the language that's used in the programming and try and be specific with your ideas. Okay, so let's come back to my list. Max likes eating hot dogs. And what do we want to do with that? First of all, we're going to get rid of that. We want to put, what was it? Insert dot insert. Yeah, like that. Dot insert. Okay. We don't want to insert hello world. Max likes eating hot dogs. So Max 0. Oh, I'll do this in a different file just to make it clearer. So okay, so there's the list, and we've got this table working. This good. So this one here is 0, this one here is 1, this one here is 2, this one here is 3. So we want to insert it likes eating hot. Do we insert it with 2 or 3 to put not or hot in there? Maybe 2. Let's try 2. Okay, I'll go that up a bit. Copy and paste that in again one more time. Okay, so insert, let's try the 2 and hot. Okay, and then we'll print my list for Max likes hot eating dogs. Nope. So it wasn't number 2. It should have been number 3. So, well, again, we just have to remove. So it was my list 4. My list 4. Dot remove. And we want to remove hot. Okay, so again, we'll print my list 4. Hopefully that's Max likes eating hot dogs. So we want number 3. Doop, doop, doop. Number 3. Okay, this one should work. Oops. Copy and paste. Max likes eating hot dogs. Yay, we've got it. Okay. So there we go. So now we know that if we want to put it in the middle, we use insert. Right up here. So if you want to chuck it in the middle somewhere, you use insert. Or you could insert it in the end. If you want to put it at the end, then you use append. And there was another one, wasn't there? What was it? Stack abuse. There we go. Adding, append, insert, and extend. Okay. So extend.x. I see. So we've got one list here, A, and then we want to extend it. B is 1, 2, and extend it by B. So my guess is it just puts 1, 2 on the end. Let's have a look. X, Y, yeah, it puts 1, 2 on the end. Okay, so that's a little bit like appending, but you can actually put 2 lists together.